Hey there, welcome to the Spinning Disc Sessions, where I am reviewing all of my physical media collection and kind of telling the stories about the bands and the albums that I've collected over the years. So today we got four bands that we're going to start with, and starting off with, we got Default album, The Fallout. They are a Canadian rock band formed in 1999 in Vancouver, BC. The album title Fallout was released in 2001. The genre is hard rock, post-grunge, alt-rock. The lead singer was Dallas Smith. Lead guitar is Jeremy Hora. Bass was Dave Benedict. And on drums was Danny Craig. The Fallout was co-produced by Chad Kroeger of Nickelback and Rick Parashar. Top songs on this album are Wasting My Time and Deny. The album artwork was done by a guy named Benjamin Wheelock. This album is, from my early days in high school. Well, not early days in high school, but in my high school days of collecting CDs. So for me, I really liked it at a time. With re-listening to it, I'm like, yeah, it's mediocre. So on my scale, for this whole series is going to be 5 spinning discs. I'm going to give this a 3. Not necessarily a keeper, but definitely go back and listen to it if you've listened to it before or have never listened to it, because it's got some good Nickelback vibes on there if you ever into Nickelback. So go give it a shot. So next on the list is Drowning Pool, Sinner, out of Burbank, California. This was their debut album. It also released in 2001. Unfortunately, the lead singer, at the time, this was the only album that he ever sang on, Dave Williams. He passed away in August of 2002, from heart disease. So, the genre on this album is also going to be alternative rock, nu metal, hard rock, post-grunge. The rise to fame for this band was Ozzfest in 2001, and this album became certified platinum within 6 weeks. There's a number of songs on it that were featured on WWE events that year, and obviously the most popular song was Bodies. If you know that song, you know what I'm talking about, and it makes sense. So the record label was Wind Up Records. It debuted on number 14 on Billboard charts, and it was produced by Jay Baumgartner, who also worked with Godsmack, Papa Roach, 3 Days Grace, and many more. The band members were obviously Dave Williams on vocals for this album. The band went on to produce more music together with a different lead singer. Guitar was CJ Pierce. Drums were Mike Luque, and on bass were Stevie Benton. The album artwork was done by Ed Sherman, and this is one of my favorite post-grunge albums. I still love it to this day. Bodies is just a fun song to sing to, yeah, gotta love it. So, alright, next on the list is gonna be one of my all-time favorites. Is gonna be Them Crooked Vultures, American rock supergroup formed in LA in 2009 with Josh Homme of Queens of the Stone Age, John Paul Jones of the famed Led Zeppelin on bass and keys, and Dave Grohl, my all-time favorite, of Nirvana and Foo Fighters, on drums and backup vocals. The song New Fang was released in October 2009. The self-titled album hit number 12 on Billboard's Top 200 and won Best Hard Rock Performance in 2011 at the Grammy Awards. And then we got... these are just 3 of my favorite all-time artists, musicians. They just hit hard for me. If you know anything about rock, obviously you know who these people are. And this album is going to be a very high 5 spinning discs for me. So if you love rock, I'm sure you have listened to this, but go give it a listen. And last on the list today is Cage the Elephant. Thank You, Happy Birthday. This was their second album release in 2011. The band was formed in Bowling Green, Kentucky. The band members were Mike Schultz on vocals, Brad Schultz on rhythm guitar, Nick Bockrath on lead guitar, Nathan Minister on keys and guitar, Daniel Tintajor on bass, and Jared Champion on drums. The rock label was Jive label. The genre is alt rock, garage rock, indie rock. Top songs are Shake Me Down and Around My Head. It was produced by Jay Joyce, who also worked with the Wallflowers, Halestorm, and Zac Brown. And we're going to get into Halestorm eventually because they're just one of my favorites. I absolutely love them. Get the glare off my face there. And this is a very eclectic album compared to their first album. The goal to this album was to make each song sound like it was written by a different band. And in my opinion, they succeeded. I prefer their first album, but this album is a lot of fun to listen to. It reached number 78 on the top 100, and I'd give it 4 spinning discs out of 5. So, Cage the Elephant, Thank You, Happy Birthday. And that is all I have today. Those are the first 4 albums that I pulled out of my collection. Kind of doing a random draw and just listening to them, kind of going back and getting the vibe. So, thanks for watching. I hope this was fun for you. It's going to be fun for me, re-listening to a lot of stuff I haven't listened to in a long time. So, I'll catch you on the next one.